Hi, we're working on Grade 3, Module 5, or fractions. Our page today is comparing fractions with the same numerator input page. So the last time we talked, we were comparing fractions with the same denominator. Now we're looking at the numerators. Let's look at our sentence. We can compare fractions with the same numerator by looking at the denominator. So if it has the same number on top, we look at the denominator. The bigger a denominator, the smaller the blank of the fraction, the smaller the pieces. So we've talked about this a little bit in the past, that a bigger denominator means that the whole is broken down into more pieces. And the more pieces you break a whole into, the smaller each piece will be. So let's go over our sentences again. We can compare fractions with the same numerator by looking at the denominator. The bigger a denominator, the smaller the pieces of the fraction. Okay, let's look at our next sentence. Blank can help compare fractions with the same numerator. Models. So it isn't as easy to compare fractions with the same numerators as it is with the same denominator. And so in this case, it's helpful to look at models for a little while. Okay, so we have some models to help us, and we're going to do some coloring, which is always fun. All right, our first comparison is 2/3 and 2/4. So go ahead and color in or shade in 2 pieces on the model that shows thirds. Okay, and 2 pieces on the model that shows fourths. And hopefully as you're shading, you will notice that 2/3 is bigger than 2/4. And that makes sense because it's cut into fewer pieces. So each piece will be bigger. So if you have the same number of pieces, the size of the pieces really matter. Okay, let's look at our next example. 3/4 and 3/6. So let's color in 3 pieces on the model that shows fourths. And 3 pieces on the model that shows sixths. Okay, and you can see that 3/4 is greater than 3/6. And I'll show you what my paper looks like in case you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Okay, now let's look at our next example. Oh, 1/8 and 1/2. So color in 1/8. It's quite small. And 1/2 is quite large. So hopefully you're seeing here that a bigger denominator means smaller pieces. So 1/8 is less than 1/2. Last example here, I've got 2/8. Color that in. And 2/4. Oops, I did it backwards. That's all right, doesn't matter. So you'll see my colors flipped. I wasn't paying attention. All right, and I can see that 2/8 is definitely smaller or less than 2/4. So this is what your page should look like. Okay, that's it for me today. It's time to tackle that output page. I'll see you next time.